Welcome to Gene and Mike do the New York Times crossword.
Hi, I'm Jean.
And I'm Mike. And today we are doing the crossword for Thursday, September 4th, 2025. So, on doing today's crossword, did it get a rise out of you?
I guess you could say that.
Okay, I just did.
And I can tell you're very proud of the fact that you made a little pun there.
That's right. I made a little pun.
Yes, it was more hair-raising than rising for me. So yeah, it was kind of a slog, but
Really?
Once I figured out what the theme was, that certainly helped.
Yes.
But I still don't really understand the revealer because I know nothing about investments. So that took me a while to get that figured out, what that actually said. I had a lot of trouble in that lower right corner. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know any of those. But then once I finally figured it out, it was like, I know all those words. Nothing really hard down there, but I don't know. It just wasn't meshing for me.
Are you talking about, so which clues are you talking about? Like 58 across or?
41 down was weddings, and I wasn't quite sure what that was. And then 50.
So 41 down turned out to be unions.
That's right. And then 63 across it was a punny one, right? It was locale for a couple's cruise. It turned out to be Noah's Ark.
Yeah, that was great.
That was very funny, but I sure couldn't get it.
Oh.
And even 58 across, chops was minces. And so, yeah, I had a whole bunch of empty squares there. I just wasn't quite sure what went in them.
I'm going to hypothesize.
50. What?
I'm going to hypothesize that you were doing this late at night.
Yeah. 55 down was invite from a top, the stairs say, and it was ask up. I had the up, but I couldn't quite get the ask.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, eventually, like I said, I got it.
Sure.
And the reason I was having so much trouble is 26 down was the revealer clue, and it was investor's question for a startup, to which the revealer clues would reply yes. And the answer to that was, does it scale?
Sure.
Which is something I've never heard before.
Oh.
Does it scale? Something related to investing, which I don't do. So if I had known that phrase, then everything would have fallen into place quite quickly, I'm sure. But I wasn't really quite sure what those letters were supposed to be. So I just was having a lot of trouble in that corner.
See, of course, I'm not known for finance either, but I think it's a pun. So does it scale in the business sense mean, can you take this and make it bigger? But they're talking about scaling in the sense of like...
yeah, the theme, the theme clues... we're about things that scale.
Right. Okay. Right. So you just don't know that. Yeah. The business side is that when you talk about scale, it says, can you make it bigger, and will it still work when it's bigger?
Okay. Well, I did not know that phrase.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the theme clues were interesting, and it's funny. I got one theme clue totally filled in without actually realizing why it was a themed clue. But the theme clues ran vertically, which made it different right there. And they weren't really marked in any way as being, this is a themed clue. But then when you got to the revealer, they all highlighted. But the first one was 3 down, athlete tackling El Capitan example. And the answer to that actually turned out to be rock climber. And that's the one that I got totally filled in before I actually knew it was rock climber. And the reason for that was all of the theme clues were backward. They went from bottom to top rather than top to bottom.
Yes.
So rock climber looked like Reb Milclockor.
Whoa.
So, but I was just going by the acrosses, what letters fit,
Mm-hmm.
and I got the Reb Mel Core, which backwards is rock climber.
Yes.
So going up, it was rock climber. The same was true for 35 down, which was who popularized the proverb, with great power comes great responsibility. And of course, that was Spider-Man.
Yes.
But the S was at the bottom, and then you worked your way up, Spiderman. But it looked like Namradips, if you read it the way we typically read crossword clues, which is from top to bottom.
Mm-hmm.
The next one was two clues. It was 49 down and 7 down, and the clue for that was let's see, we need 49 down was 7 down, said C49 down. Worker who likely knows the ropes. And the answer to that was window washer, window in 49 down and washer in 7 down. And then 8 down was the last one. A bunch of fruit may grow on it. And that turned out to be grapevine. But of course, all of these backwards, with the first letter starting at the bottom and then going to the last letter on the top. And so the revealer, does it scale, makes sense because all of those things scale: a rock climber, Spider-Man, a window washer, and a grapevine. So yeah, that was the theme.
Mm-hmm.
Very clever, very, very clever. And, the fact that it went from bottom to top rather than top to bottom was certainly novel. As you think about things that scale or, climb up something, made for a cute puzzle.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
So when did you realize that the clues had to ascend or the answers had to ascend rather than descend?
It was with window washer.
Was it?
The window part. I was like, oh, that looks like window, only it's upside down. I'm like, oh, they're all upside down.
Mm-hmm.
So, but like I said, I got the whole rock climber totally filled in and didn't even notice that it said rock climber backwards. So, but yeah, it was window washer. That's where I figured it out. What about you?
I think on Spider-Man.
Oh, uh-huh.
Because I'm like, that has to be at first I was thinking, well, maybe it's supposed to be Stan Lee, which of course definitely would not fit.
Right.
But I mean, those were his words.
Well, I was thinking it was Uncle Ben because that's the person who actually said it. Uncle Ben.
Oh, nice.
But
yeah, it wouldn't fit either.
Yeah, see, I had like the N and the A, and I think I even had the M. And I'm like, well, that's not Uncle.
Mm-hmm.
But then, I got a few more of the letters after window washer, and I'm like, oh, it's Spider-Man upside down.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in that area, something that completely threw me off, 30 down, gossip, and I went for dish. I was thinking of gossip like the verb, you dish, but it was gossip, the noun, dirt.
Dirt, yes.
And so I had 39 across the world capital in central Anatolia, Ankara.
Oh.
I was like, where's central Anatolia? So I guess that's in Turkey?
Turkey, yeah.
And that must be a province or a state in Turkey.
Be, yeah.
But I, of course, did not recognize that. I'm like, I don't remember a country called Anatolia. I mean, it did say world capital.
Uh-huh. And I think, Anatolia is like a region.
Right.
That includes, I don't know, maybe parts of several countries, but yeah.
And then, let's see, in its for cinephiles, well, because I had dish, I was having it start with an H, and I thought, well, HBO.
I put HBO.
Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I didn't have dish. I didn't have that at all.
Oh.
I just thought, oh, well, HBO. There's 3 letters, HBO.
Yeah, but of course it was really TMC.
Movie channel.
The movie channel.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And even 44 down, the traffic director, I thought it was maybe going to be a cone.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But with HBO there, it was hard to sort of work that out.
Right. Yeah. It was a tricky one.
Mm-hmm.
And it took me a while to get it done. but I did.
Yep.
I did. So
It took me longer than I expected it as well. I liked 17 across. I thought that was good. Baseball great who said, if I'd just tried for them dinky singles, I could have batted around 600, and that was Babe Ruth.
right.
That was an interesting way of phrasing things.
Yep. So instead, he went for the home runs. So
We had 27 down. One of the Addams family was Gomez.
yep.
I just heard an interview with the actor who plays Gomez on Wednesday,
Oh.
and it was quite interesting. They were saying about how there's this sort of strong Latino influence because he's in there, and then Jenna Ortega is in there, and so I thought that was sort of curious.
Yeah, that's good. So 53 across, again, down in that corner, really stumped me for a long time. Plant watcher for short. Turned out to be OSHA. So not the kind of plant I was envisioning. But yeah, that was another tricky one for me anyway.
Well, I had 54 down first. Subs was heroes.
Yes.
I wasn't sure if that was going to work or not, but as soon as I had an H as the third letter of a word, my brain goes, OSHA. So... And of course, with the unions, with the O blank, H blank, I better be able to figure out OSHA. Otherwise, I'm going to be in serious trouble.
Right.
We also had, in addition to TMC, we had 62 down, and that was Lion Keeper, and it was MGM.
Yes. That too was...
very interesting way of phrasing that.
Yes. Yeah. Kind of on a sad note, 60 across, high-end suit, Armani, and the designer Armani just passed away today. So
Really?
He was like 90 or so.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Sort of ironic that shows up in the crossword.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it's based on their schedule. It's probably not a tribute, but...
No, I doubt it.
So I did like that 55 down, that ask up. I thought that was sort of echoing the theme there.
Yes, it was. It was when you think about it. That's true.
But yeah, invite from atop the stairs. I was like...
I wanted to say, come on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I had the same idea, but...
Did not fit.
Would not. So this was by Colin Ernst. Well done, Colin.
Yes.
A fun crossword. He's done 4 for the New York Times since 2021, so about 1 a year.
Very good.
And I hope the next one comes out soon.
Yep.
Maybe it'll be tomorrow's. We should make our predictions about what we think tomorrow's crossword is going to be. What do you think? Easy, hard, or middle of the road?
Well, they've all been pretty much of a challenge for me this week, so I'm going to say hard.
I'm going for middle of the road.
Okay. Well, we'll find out.
And yes, listeners, let us know what you thought about this crossword and the one coming out tomorrow. But please, no spoilers. But you can always drop us a line, crosswordpodcast@icloud.com.
Yep.
That's it for today.
Okay.
We'll be back again with that either easy, middle of the road, or hard crossword. We'll be back with that analysis tomorrow.
Bye-bye.